Today class discuss about the electron affinity. The electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an isolated gaseous atom gain an electron from its anion. It also measured in kilojoule by mole. It is opposite to the ionization energy. The ionization energy means amount of energy required to remove of electron, but electron affinity amount of energy released to accept the electron. That is the main difference between the electron affinity and the ionization energy. Then electron affinity is less than the noble gases, because the noble gases having the completely filled orbital, therefore no electron accepting itself, because it is a fully completed orbitals. There is no more electrons attracting with noble gases. So the noble gases is the electron affinity 0. Then halogen is the higher electron affinity. Why? All halogen is the orbitals 1s 2s2 2p5 or 3s2 3p5. There is one more electrons is gained, then it became a stable. So halogen is a highly electron affinity, because it is a strong attractive electron, because that is the one more electrons to accept itself, then become a stable. So halogen is a highly electron affinity, and noble gases is a less electron affinity. In noble gases, no more electron can be added to them, and hence their electron affinity are 0. Then simply explain to electron affinity, that is any one of atoms, the inside the nucleus protons and the neutrons presence, and electrons revolving around the nucleus. When electron affinity means that amount of energy released to accept the electrons, that is indicate to the slide is mentioned. The electron affinity means to accept the electrons, then they release the energy. Then the electrons enter to the atoms, that is indicate to red color. The electrons attract with the nucleus, then attracting the electrons, then the atoms release to energy, that is indicate to line. That is some assumption is there. So electron affinity means to accept the electron, then they release the energy. That is simple. The atoms becomes a negative. Then electron affinity group wise decreases and period wise increases. That is the same properties of ionization energy. When group wise decreases means when the size is increases, then the distance between the center of the nucleus and outside of the electrons is high. So nucleus cannot attract to the outside of the electrons. Then only the group wise electron affinity decreases. அதாவது எலக்ட்ரான் அஃபினிட்டி எதனால் தொகுதி வழியாக குறையுதுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, உட்கருவுக்கும் நம்ம சேர்க்கக்கூடிய எலக்ட்ரானுக்கும் இடைப்பட்ட தொலைவு அதிகமாக இருக்கிறதுனால கவர்ச்சி விசை குறைவாக இருக்கும், அதனால் குறைவு. That is the noble gases and halogen is there. Noble gases is the completely filled orbitals, so there is no more electrons attract, that is repel with each other, because the noble gases are already having a completely orbital, it is a stable one, so they cannot accept any electrons itself. Then the halogens 17th groups, it is the 2s2 2p5 in fluorine and 3s2 3p5 chlorine, 4s2 4p5 bromine and 5s2 5p5 iodine, 6s2 6p5 astatine. That is one more electron is wanted. Then any electron is outside, it attract with easily, because then only it is stable. Therefore halogen is a highly electron affinity when compared to noble gases. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு 2s2 2p5 3s2 3p5 அப்படின்னு இருக்கும், அது ஒரு எலக்ட்ரான் அதுக்கு தேவை. அப்போ அது என்ன பண்ணோன்னா, எங்கே எலக்ட்ரான் இருக்கோ அதை பிடிச்சி இழுத்துக்கும். அதனால தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், ஹாலஜனுக்கு எலக்ட்ரான் அஃபினிட்டி அதிகம்னு சொல்கிறோம்.